Bayan Wang among our crews following this. He has goggles on because he is standing in hurricane force winds right now. Bayan?
Yeah, Shannon, these winds are not letting up at all, and it's incredibly unfortunate that fire crews and emergency officials are incredibly limited in how they can fight this fire. When we see plumes of smoke in any other of our other type of fire situations we've been in, get that close to full-on neighborhoods, we see those crews up in the air fighting the fire, not just on the ground, but dumping water. And Marshall Lake is just a few miles away from here. They would have an incredibly convenient access point to continue to, refuel, get water and continue to dump them on that fire moving. But right now, there's really no telling if the ground crews are able to get any control on that fire line because of how unpredictable these gusts are. And it's really open game if you were anywhere in the city of Superior. I mean, the dry brush not just spans into those communities, but it comes out here into the highways. So what crews here are hoping is that fire doesn't blow south, jump the highway, continue burning in a southern direction, and that would also mean that entire neighborhood to my north is the biggest target in this right now. What we're seeing to be a continuous issue here is the traffic. As Russell was kind of saying, it's not people just evacuating the town of Superior. It's people who are hearing about the news and are trying to make it back home to pack up their bags, gather any pets that might be at home, gather all those things, and then head on the heck out of here. And traffic has continued to be back up as a result of that. We know that McCaslin Boulevard North is completely blocked off in that northbound direction. So we're not even sure whether those residents are being given access by officials to go back into their homes, to gather their belongings and leave. Again, it is important to note that if you are in Superior and you are trying to find the closest evacuation center, the Lafayette YMCA evac center is about a 45-minute drive from here. The Southern Boulder Recreation Center, which is serving as an evacuation center right now, that is about 15 minutes, and the traffic is pretty decent, I would say, heading towards the west. Yeah, if we just want to pan over there, everyone heading east right now is getting stuck towards the Lafayette YMCA. Everyone heading west right now has a little bit more of an open roads there. And like we were reporting earlier, some drivers would pull over and say, hey, can you guys reach out to someone because there's no traffic control and there's car accidents up there from people, as you can imagine, stop and go, and then turning your head, swiveling it so you can see where the fire is. Also, we got this in about 15 minutes ago. The Boulder Emergency Management Operations Center, they're telling people keep our lines clear because everyone is calling in, or I should say a lot of people are calling in asking, hey, do you guys need donations? How can we help? They're saying the way you can help is don't call us for anything unless it's an emergency. So these gusts are incredibly random. As soon as I think that these gusts hit its peak, you'll get another just swift wind coming in, blowing you right off your feet. And that's why people are asked not to get out of their cars. People are asked not to pull over, not to take pictures. On our way up here, we probably saw 30 or 40 different cars pulled over on the side of the highway, taking photos of the fires. Our emergency officials are telling us, do not do that. Now, if we pan over this way to that plume of smoke, I don't know if we could zoom in, but we're starting to see those flames move way closer to us, and that is white smoke you're seeing plume into the air. When we see that white smoke plume into the air, we know that there is fresh material being burned. Let's pan back over this way. You see that community in the distance? That's north of us. As sometimes these gusts have been blowing in a southern direction, that's moving those flames closer to that neighborhood you see in the distance. And we are seeing, I can't tell if those are sirens or flames. It looks like they're sirens. possibly flames. We've seen both in the area. I would say within the last 20 minutes, more white smoke, not billowing up, billowing to being blown to the eastern direction. So that's where we are right now as of this point. As you saw, those emergency vehicles driving kind of towards where we saw those car accidents earlier. Gusts actually letting up a little bit right now, but anytime it's done that in the last hour or so, it was for 1 or 2 minutes, then they start picking back up. Shannon?
Unbelievable what we just saw behind you. I mean, you have to feel for every person's home, every person watching this, wondering if that is their home. Bayan, thank you so much for that report. Please be safe out there because those gusts are very, very dangerous, very aggressive.
And please get yourself to a little bit more safety. As I was coming in, it's hard to control your vehicle sometimes, and I was pushed off the road. So we don't want to add any more problems there. Do be safe there. Bayan weighing tonight.